Beginner steps. Step 1. Working yarn, top loops of a stitch. Yarn, tail-end, single crochet stitch, round, the exchange of 2 rounds. Step 2. Please search basic stitch. First learn the basic stitch, how to crochet.
Here's a warm and encouraging translation tailored for absolute beginners, with clear step-by-step guidance. Hey crochet newbie friends! Here's all you need to get started. First, scan the QR code to watch our exclusive basic stitch tutorials. You'll learn 2 foundation techniques. Working into a magic circle. Working into a chain. 5 essential stitches. CH chain. SL seat, slip stitch. SC single crochet. Ank increase. Gag decrease. Once you've mastered these, you're already halfway there. Great job! You've made it through step 3.
Step 3. How to read the pattern. Which part of the doll? Which round? Repeat 6 sets of crochet. Each set of pattern is 2 single crochet and 1 increase dot after each set of crochets is finished. It changes from 3 stitches in the previous circle to 4 stitches in the circle, because each group has hooked the increase. Total number of stitches in the round.
Wow! Look how far you've come. Let's begin our magical crochet dragon adventure with LuNuaFvy. Pick the tutorial that fits you best. Right-handed version, if you hold the hook in your right hand. Left-handed version, if you hold the hook in your left hand. Wishing you a relaxing, joyful, and rewarding crochet journey. May every stitch bring you happiness and a wonderful sense of accomplishment. Now take a deep breath, grab your hook, and let's make some magic.
Now let's crochet this cute little dragon. Let me show you in this color. In the process of crocheting, combine this detailed instruction with our step-by-step tutorial to crochet. There are very detailed step-by-step instructions. Now let's show you before we crochet. The net weight of this wool, 46.7 grams. We'll weigh it out when we're done with the hook. We have plenty of extra wool for trial and error. So you can safely try. Now let's start crocheting this dragon. This is a solid color design. It's all one color. Let's hook the head first. Next hook fold Y. The VOD Y is hooked from the bottom up like this. Then hook 2 corners. Then hook various. Here we have a detailed illustration of the ear. We combine this pattern and text along with our tutorial to slowly crochet. It's not that hard. Then 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 wings. The hardest part is the 2 wings. Here we combine in a variety of ways. Try to make crochet as easy and clear as possible. You can also combine pattern, text, and tutorial together to crochet. Finally, the tail. These parts, we'll assemble it after the hook. Now we're going to start crocheting the head first. The first one is to do a magic round. The magic circle method is, we combine these 2 fingers. Wrap the thread around the 2 fingers twice. And then bring the round. Hold the line here. The way to support the wire is to wrap the wire around the circumference of the finger. Then put the thread on your finger. Bring with the round. In this case, now let's get the crochet hook. Crochet hook, we can take it like this. You can take it like this. Now the crochet hook goes through the circle that was just formed. Hook a coil like this. This creates a magic round. And then we're going to hook a chain stitch. Chain stitch. A crochet hook is wound. Crochet hook this coil. Bring out the original coil from the crochet hook. In this way, it's a chain stitch. Here we are. Put this finger on this coil. Hook like this. Now we're gonna hook 6 single crochet. 6 single crochet marks the first round. Let's hook the first single crochet. The crochet hook goes through the round. Crochet hook a coil over here. Now there are 2 coils on the crochet hook. Crochet hook another coil. Finish these 2 coils. Here we have this V-shaped. This one is V-shaped. The same stitch that just hooked the crochet hook. That's the first stitch on the first round. On the first stitch of each turn, we add a marking button. Then hook the second single crochet. Third single crochet. Fourth single crochet. Fifth single crochet. The 6th single crochet. When we're done, let's count if it's 6 single crochet. That is, not 6 V-shaped. Then we tighten the coil. The way to rewind the coil is to pull the end of the wire. See which of these 2 rounds is moving. It's this circle that's moving. We're going to pull this loop. This side near the thread. In this case, if you pull this thread, it's tightening the other wire. until there is no gap between them. And then we pull this thread. Finish this thread. Cut the thread. This way, the first circle of the pattern is completed. Also, tightening the coil is done. Every turn, we're gonna vet on the first stitch here. That's where we're going to clip the button. Here's a ship stitch to finish the round. Remove stitch marker. The crochet hook goes through this stitch of the marked buckle. That's the first stitch to hook a ship stitch. A ship stitch is a crochet hook that hooks a coil. Take this coil straight out of the hook. This coil on the needle. Let's do it again. So this one. It's the stitch of the ship stitch that was just hooked. Because each turn of this ship stitch, not counting a stitch in this round, it's just a transition. We're trying to make this place look better. We need to reduce the stitches of this ship stitch. The way to make it smaller is to grab the fabric with this hand. Hold the crochet hook over here. Pull in this direction. This makes the stitch very small. We were on the second hook. You don't have to worry about the stitch. Just hook it over the other 6 stitches. Let's ship stitch this. Think of it as a stitch that ends the round. Serve no other purpose. So the first round is done. The second loop is to hook a chain stitch. The second loop is to hook a chain stitch. Hook another 6 increase stitches. Finally, hook a ship stitch. There are 12 stitches in all. Mark the location of the buckle, which is the first stitch on the first round. Here comes the first increase stitch. Increase stitch is 2 single crochet hooks in the same stitch. The first increase stitch. Hook 2 single crochet in the same stitch. This is an increase stitch. 2 single crochet hooks in the same stitch. The first stitch of each turn is marked with a buckle. Then hook the second increase stitch. The third increase stitch. The fourth increase stitch. The fifth increase stitch. The sixth increase stitch. Sixth increase stitch. After hook, that's where the ship stitch is on the first round. There's a second round. Chain stitch here. We don't need to worry about these 2 stitches. 12 stitches. We can count them when we're done. It's not 12 V-shapes. That's the end of the second round. Remove stitch marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. So the ship stitch is very small. That's the end of the second loop. The third loop is to hook a chain stitch. Hook 6 more with a single crochet and an increase stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. That's 18 stitches. Now let's hook the first set. Hook the first single crochet in place of the marked buckle. Marking buckle. And increase stitch. That's the end of the first hook. After the hook, there are 3 stitches. The second set had a single crochet and increase stitch. The second set of hooks is over. The third set had a single crochet and increase stitch. Third set of hooks is over. Then there are 3 more sets. We'll hook it up together. After 6 sets of hooks, we can count if it's 18 stitches. Preferably after each turn of the hook, let's count the stitches. If it's not right, untie it. That's it. Go back and hook again. Because of the hook process, it's possible we missed one of the stitches. Or the wrong hook. Then remove the marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The third loop is over. The fourth turn is to hook a chain stitch. Hook 6 more sets of 2 single crochet and 1 increase stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. That's 24 shots in all. Now let's hook the first set of 2 single crochet. This was the first single crochet with a stitch marker. The second single crochet and increase stitch. Increase stitch is 2 single crochet hooks in the same stitch. After the first set of hooks, there are 4 stitches. The second set had 2 single crochet and increase stitch. The second set of hooks is over. The third set had 2 single crochet and increase stitch. The third set of hooks will be returned. There are 3 sets and we'll hook it together. "24 stitches on the 4th round. When we're done, let's count if it's 24 stitches. Remove stitch marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The fourth loop is over. The fifth turn is to hook a chain stitch. Hook 6 more sets of 3 single crochet and 1 increase stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. There are 30 stitches in all. Now let's hook the first set. 3 single crochet. And increase stitch. After the first set of hooks, there are 5 stitches. The second set. 3 single crochet. And increase stitch. The second set of hooks is over. Then there are 4 more sets. We'll hook it up together. Remove the marking button after the 5th circle of pattern hook. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The 5th loop is over. Rounds 6 through 11 are the same. You start with a chain stitch. Then hook a single crochet into each stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. These rounds are all single crochet. Each round is 30 stitches. Now let's hook the first single crochet. Marking buckle. The second single crochet. Third single crochet. Fourth single crochet. All single crochet. We'll hook it up together. Remove the marker after the 6th circle of pattern hook. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The 6th loop is over. Rounds 7 through 11 are the same as round 6. We'll hook it up together. Single crochet on round 11. Remove the marking clasp after the hook. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The 11th circle is over.
Alright, after finishing round 11, we're gonna put in the eyes first. Gently pull the yarn through with your hook to make a nice long tail. Then go ahead and remove your hook. Now we're ready to get these eyes in. Since many of you told us you prefer not to use glue on eyes, we've upgraded to the safer snap-in eyes everyone loves. We've updated all the steps in this tutorial to show you how to attach them. Let's get started on putting those cute eyes in place. Let's attach the safety eyes. Positioning. Install the eyes between rounds 7 to 8 of the head. Keep 6 stitches between the eyes. That's 6 little V shapes. Easy way to find the spots. Find the back center of the head. It's where your slip stitch seam is. Fold the head in half along this line. The fold at the front is your front center. Make sure the center line runs between 2 stitches. not through one. From the center, count 3 stitches to the right. That's 3 holes. Poke your eye. Post through this hole. Repeat on the left side. Now both eyes are perfectly spaced. Alright, both eyes are all set and in place now. You'll want about 6 stitches between the eyes. Attaching the eyes. Rotate the eye into the fabric. It might feel tight. That's normal. Use your finger to press from inside the head. To help it twist through, snap the washer back piece onto the post. The curved side should face the fabric. Choose how tight you want it by pushing it to your preferred groove. All done. Now repeat for the second eye. The posts on these safety eyes are pretty thick. So before you pop them in, you can use your needle to wiggle the hole open a little bit first. Then give it a good firm twist and push it through. Hold the fabric from the back with your finger. Press your finger against the fabric inside and push down like this. Then snap the white washer on the post. Make sure the cupped side of the washer faces the fabric. 按压. Press it down firmly. Keep pressing until it won't go any further. And there you go. The eye is all set. You can rotate the eye itself. Shiny dots here, which show the light reflection points. Where the light catches the eye, to be facing the same direction. Alright, that's the eye secured. Here's how it looks from the back. With the eyes on, let's keep crocheting.
The 12th round is to hook a chain stitch. Hook 6 more sets of 3 single crochet in the decrease stitch. Then hook a ship stitch. That's 24 shots in all. Now let's hook the first set. 3 single crochet. A decrease stitch. Decrease stitch means to combine 2 stitches into 1 stitch. Decrease stitch method is, use a crochet hook to pick the first half of both stitches. Each stitch is a V-shaped. This needle near us. This half is called the first half stitch. Away from the other half of us. It's called the back half stitch. A decreasing stitch is a crochet hook. Pick the first half of the 2 stitches to hook. Now let's get to the crochet hook. Pick the first half of the first stitch. Pick the first half of the second stitch like this. Crochet hook a coil. Finish these first 2 halves. This is after the hook. Now there are 2 coils on the crochet hook. Crochet hook another coil. Finish these 2 coils. This one is 1. Decrease stitches to combine the 2 stitches into 1 stitch. After this set of hooks, there are 4 stitches. Then we hook a second set of 3 single crochet. A decrease stitch. The second set of hooks is over. The third set had 3 single crochet. A decrease stitch. Third set of hooks is over. Then there are 3 more sets. We'll hook it up together. Remove the marker after 6 sets of hooks. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The 12th hook is over. The 13th turn is to hook a chain stitch. Hook 6 more sets, 2 single crochet and a decrease stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. That's 18 stitches. Now let's hook the first set of 2 single crochet. A decrease stitch. After the first set of hooks, there are 3 stitches. The second set had 2 single crochet. A decrease stitch. The second set of hooks is over. Then there are 4 more sets. We'll hook it up together. After 6 sets of hooks, remove stitch marker. Mark the location of the buckle. Hook a ship stitch to finish the round. Tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The 13th loop is over. The 14th round is a chain stitch. Hook 6 more sets, a single crochet and a decrease stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. Now let's hook the first set. A single crochet. A decrease stitch. The first set of hooks is followed by wide stitches. The second set had a single crochet. A decrease stitch. The second set of hooks is over. Then there are 4 more sets. We'll hook it up together. After 6 sets of hooks, let's not hook ship stitch. Start with the fillet cotton.
Alright, let's add the stuffing now. You can totally use the handle end of your hook to help with this. Important tip: make sure to place stuffing between the eyes. This helps the bridge of the nose stay nice and plump. And we wanna pack a little extra stuffing around the sides of the eyes. So the backing of the eyes doesn't poke out and make a point on the head. Really stuff this area nice and full to get that perfect round head shape. There we go, all stuffed up. See how nice and plump it looks. Okay, moving right along. Let's hook the next part down here.
Remove marking clasp after filling cotton. Hook a ship stitch in place of the mouth buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The 14th loop is over. The 15th turn is to hook a chain stitch. Add 6 more decrease stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. Now we're going to hook the first decrease stitch. Marking buckle. Second decrease stitch. There's a decrease stitch all the way around. After we made a decrease in stitch, this way to determine which stitch is hooked, which stitch is not hooked. Pull this crochet hook. See which wire is here. Which wire is moving? Which thread has been pulled up? This thread is being pulled up. That means this one has been hooked. This one is the yarn that is not pulled. So this one stitch is not caught. So if we keep hooking, it starts with this stitch. Remove the marking clasp after the hook. Hook a ship stitch in place of the mouth buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. This is the last round of the head, so we hook another ship stitch. This connection. Leave a little thread here. Let's just take care of this last round. Don't leave the thread too long. Now let's use a needle to take care of that last round. Make a loop around the first half of the last loop. Tighten the thread along the seam. When you're done, put the needle through the center here. Pull the wire tight again. Make this as flat as possible. This makes the hole look a lot better. Now let's cut the thread.
And there you go, the head is all done. Right here, between the two eyes. That's your center line. The center line of the head. Later on, when we assemble it, we'll use this center line as our guide. Here's what it looked like before switching out the eyes. And here it is, after putting in the new eyes. Now, if it ends up looking like this, where you've got a point poking out, not so cute. We can just adjust it a bit, give it a little lift, and push some stuffing over towards this side. Or grab your needle and shift some stuffing out towards the edge here. Get that nice, round shape back.
Now we hook the body. The first round is a hook and a magic round. Then hook a chain stitch. Then I hook 6 single crochet hooks. The first single crochet, marking buckle. The second single crochet, third single crochet, fourth single crochet, fifth single crochet, the sixth single crochet. After the hook, count if there are 6 V-shaped. Tightening coil. Pull this thread. See which circle is moving. It's the circle that's moving. We pull on this coil. And then pull on this thread. Cut the wire end. This will finish winding. Remove stitch marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. That's the end of the first loop. The second loop is to hook a chain stitch. Hook another 6 increase stitches. Finally hook a ship stitch. There are 12 stitches in all. Now let's hook the first increase stitch. Increase stitch is 2 single crochet hooks in the same stitch. Add a marker button here on the first stitch. The second increase stitch. The third increase stitch. Then there are 3 increase stitch. We'll hook it up together. After the hook, the round is 12 stitches. We can count them. Remove stitch marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The second loop is over. The third loop is to hook a chain stitch. Hook 6 more sets, a single crochet and an increase stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. That's 18 stitches. Now let's hook the first set. A single crochet, marking buckle, and increase stitch. After the first set of hooks, there are 3 stitches. The second set had a single crochet and an increase stitch. The second set of hooks is over. Then there are 4 more sets. We'll hook it up together. Remove the marker after 6 sets of hooks. Hook a ship stitch at the location of the marked buckle to end the round. Tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The third loop is over. The fourth turn is to hook a chain stitch. Hook 6 more sets of 2 single crochet and 1 increase stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. That's 24 shots in all. Now let's hook the first set of 2 single crochet. And increase stitch. After the first set of hooks, there are 4 stitches. The second set had 2 single crochet and increase stitch. The second set of hooks is over. Then there are 4 more sets. We'll hook it up together. Remove the marker after 6 sets of hooks. Hook a ship stitch in place with the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The fourth loop is over. Rounds 5 through 8 are the same. You start with a chain stitch. Then hook a single crochet into each stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. Each round is 24 stitches. Now we're going to hook the single crochet. The first single crochet with a stitch marker. The second single crochet. Third single crochet. These rounds are all single crochet. We'll hook it up together. Remove the marker after the 5th single crochet. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The 5th loop is over. Rounds 6 through 8 are the same as rounds 5. We'll hook it up together. Remove the marker after the 8th single crochet. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The 8th circle is over. The 9th loop starts with a chain stitch. Hook 6 more sets of 2 single crochet and 1 decrease stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. There are 18 stitches in this round. Now let's hook the first set of 2 single crochet. A decrease stitch. Decrease stitch means to decrease the first half of 2 stitches. Hook a coil. Finish the 2 first half stitches. Crochet hook another coil. Finish the rest of the coil. That's a decrease stitch. The first set is followed by 3 stitches. The second set had 2 single crochet. A decrease stitch. The second set of hooks is over. The third set had 2 single crochet. Add a crease stitch. Third set of hooks is over. Then there are 3 more sets. We'll hook it up together. After 6 sets of hooks, remove stitch marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The 9th loop is over. Rounds 11 through 11 are the same. You start with a chain stitch. Then hook a single crochet into each stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. Each round is 18 stitches. Now we're going to hook the single crochet. These rounds are all single crochet. We'll hook it up together. After the 18 single crochet hooks on round 11, remove stitch marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The 11th circle is over. The 12th round is to hook a chain stitch. Hook 6 more sets, a single crochet and a decrease stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. There are 12 stitches in all. Now let's hook the first one. A single crochet. A decrease stitch. The first set of hooks is followed by 2 stitches. The second set. A single crochet. A decrease stitch. The second set of hooks is over. Then there are 4 more sets. We'll hook it up together. After 6 sets of hooks, let's not hook ship stitch. Start with the filler cotton. This is what it looks like after you add the filler. Remove stitch marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. Because this is the end of the body hook, so we hook another ship stitch. Leave about 10 inches of wool. This thread is used for stitching. Disconnection. That's the end of the hook. Now we hook the 2 horns of the head. First and foremost, the circle is to do a magic circle first. Then hook a chain stitch. 5 more single crochet hooks. The first single crochet. Marking buckle. The second single crochet. Third single crochet. Fourth single crochet. On fifth single crochet, tighten the coil after the hook. Pull this thread. See which circle is moving. Pull on this coil that's moving again, until there is no gap. Pull this thread again. Finish this thread. This will finish winding. Cut the wire end. Remove stitch marker. Mark the location of the buckle. Hook a ship stitch to finish the round. Tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The first hook is over. The second and third rounds are the same. You start with a chain stitch. Then hook a single crochet into each stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. Both rounds are hook single crochet. Each circle is 5 stitches. Hook the first single crochet in place of the marked buckle. Marking buckle. The second single crochet. On third single crochet. On fourth single crochet. On fifth single crochet. Remove the marking clasp after the hook. We're gonna pop this front head ourselves. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The second loop is over. The third round is the same as the second. We'll hook it up together. After the third single crochet, remove stitch marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. This is the end of it. The corner is complete, so we hook another ship stitch. Leave a line. This thread is reserved for stitching. Break the thread. And that completes the angle. We're gonna hook 2 of them. Now let's hook both ears. This is the shape after the hook. Instructions about patterns. We show this to you in 2 ways. One is the visual image of the drawing. The other is the way of writing. We have just saved the screenshot of this pattern and text description. Now how do you read these pictures? This is the abbreviation of the symbol. This hollow oval represents the chain stitch. The solid oval represents the ship stitch. A cross represents a single crochet. Such a symbol stands for increased stitch. Increased stitch is 2 single crochet hooks in the same stitch. In addition, we want to make it easier for you to distinguish the number of loops. Different turn counts are distinguished by different background colors. This color represents the first circle. That's the range. This color represents the second circle. That's the range. Now let's show you how to look at this. Okay. First, here is the beginning. That's where the hook starts. This is the end. That's where it ends. This part is the first lap. The first loop starts here. The first is to hook for chain stitch. Returns the second to last chain stitch. Here's a single crochet. An increase stitch. A single crochet. Do 2 crocheting on the chain stitch. We all pick half a needle to hook. So here we are when we crochet. I have to pick half a needle to hook. That completes the first lap. And then because we ended up here on the first lap. So that's where the second lap starts. Crochet in this direction. This is where it ends. This is where the second lap starts. We'll start with 3 chain stitches. Returns the second to last chain stitch. Pick half a stitch on the chain stitch. Hook to ship stitch. Then return to the last stitch of the first circle. Here we hook a ship stitch. Just to clarify, that's the first stitch on the first lap. And increase stitch. It's 2 single crochet hooks in the same stitch. So hook up an increase stitch. There will be 2 stitches here. So this one, it's the second pin on the first lap. This one's the third pin from the first lap. This one is the fourth pin on the first lap. And then we come to the second lap. Keep talking. That's where we were. And then we're on the last pin of the first lap. That's the fourth stitch right here. Hook another ship stitch. Then on the third pin of the first lap. And this is the place to hook a ship stitch. Then hook for chain stitches. Returns the second to last chain stitch. Hook 3 ship stitch. Again here. Here on the second pin of the first lap. Hook a ship stitch. Then on the first stitch of the first lap. Hook a ship stitch. Then hook for chain stitches. Returns the second to last chain stitch. Pick half a hook and 3 ship stitch. Finally return to the first pin of the first circle. Here's another ship stitch. That would be the end of it. We'll hook a separate ship stitch when we're done. Leave 10 inches of line. This thread is for the back stitching. And then disconnect. This is what happens after the hook. Now let's show you step by step. The first is to hook for chain stitch. Before hooking the chain stitch, we're gonna tie a slip knot first. Then you can hook the chain stitch. The method of slip knot is to cross the threads. This is the thread. Never mind it. Run the thread through the middle here. This creates a slip knot. Then crochet through the circle. Pull the thread back. Just pull it to the right size for the crochet hook. Now let's get our hands on the line. Grab this thread. Now we can start crocheting. For chain stitch. A chain stitch is a crochet stitch wound around the circle. Crochet brings this coil out of the crochet on the coil. The V shape is formed here. The V shape is a chain stitch. For the first chain stitch, we add the marking buckle. Second chain stitch. The third chain stitch. The fourth chain stitch. Count if there are 4 chain stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4 for these. Return to the second to last chain stitch to select half a stitch. This is half of the penultimate chain stitch. This is half of the penultimate chain stitch. We'll pick half a needle down from here. The first step is to hook a single crochet. Crochet through half a stitch. Hook, a single crochet. A single crochet is a crochet needle wrapped around the thread. Crochet brings this coil over here. Now there are 2 coils on the crochet hook. Crochet and hook another coil. Finish these 2 coils. This one is a single crochet. This is where we add the marker buckle. Miss the hook and increase stitch. Increase stitch is 2 single crochet hooks in the same stitch. Crochet through this half of the stitch. Hook the first single crochet. Crochet through this stitch at the same time. This half stitch. Hook the second single crochet. Here we hook 2 single crochet in the same stitch. This one is an increased stitch. After the hook is finished, there are 2 stitches. And then a single crochet. That's where the button is marked. Half stitch. Hook, a single crochet. That's the end of the first loop. There are 4 stitches after the first loop. These are the 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. This is the shape after the hook. And then we hook the second loop. Hook 3 chain stitch first. The first chain stitch. The second chain stitch, the third chain stitch. This is what happens after 3 chain stitch hooks. And then we're going to hook 2 ship stitches. Here we must pay attention. There is one action that everyone must do. Let's find out in this one first. Direction: first find the second to last chain stitch. This is the location of the second to last chain stitch. Flip fabric. And then we start to hook the wire. Because it's going to be hooked in this direction. So you have to flip the fabric. The penultimate chain stitch we just found is here. So let's go back. The penultimate chain stitch. After flipping this half stitch near the crochet hook, that's it. Crochet pick this half stitch. It's the second to last chain stitch. When turned upside down, this half stitch near the crochet hook. Hook this one with a ship stitch. The first ship stitch. Ship stitch is a crochet stitch wound around the thread. Crochet brings this coil straight out. This coil on the crochet hook. Straight through. This is a ship stitch. And then we go back to the front. This is the last half of the first chain stitch. That's half a stitch of this one. Crochet pick this half stitch. Hook the second ship stitch. That would be the end of our hook. And then here on the fourth pin on the first lap. Hook another ship stitch. We can flip it over and look at it. Find the stitch. This is the first stitch. Second stitch, third stitch, fourth stitch. We're going to do this stitch here. And it's crocheted over and over. Hook a ship stitch over this stitch. Now we hook here. Then the next stitch. You can turn it over and find the next stitch. This is the next stitch. That's the third stitch on the first lap. Crochet through this stitch. Hook a ship stitch. Then hook this part. For chain stitch. 1 chain stitch, 2 chain stitch, 3 chain stitch, 4 chain stitch. Returns the second to last chain stitch. Hook 3 ship stitch. It's the same one that picks half a needle to hook. Half of the penultimate chain stitch. Half of the penultimate chain stitch. Here we hook the first ship stitch. Pick down half a stitch. Hook the second ship stitch. Pick another half stitch down. Hook the third ship stitch. This is after the hook. Now we hook here. And then we hook this way. This one was just hooked. Keep hooking this way, which is the next stitch. That's the second pin of the first lap. Let's hook a ship stitch. Let's turn it over and look for this stitch. This is the first stitch on the first lap. This one is the second pin of the first lap. When you find it, turn it over. Crochet through this stitch. Hook a ship stitch. Now that's where we hook up. Then on the first pin of the first lap, hook a ship stitch, which marks the location of the buckle. That's why we have to put a tag on it. Let's take off the marker. Crochet through the position of the marked buckle. Hook a ship stitch. Then we hook for chain stitch. The first chain stitch, second chain stitch, the third chain stitch, the fourth chain stitch. Returns the second to last chain stitch. Pick half a stitch and hook 3 ship stitches down. Half of the penultimate chain stitch. Half of the penultimate chain stitch. Hook 3 ship stitch down here. The first ship stitch. Second ship stitch. The third ship stitch. This is what happens after the hook. And then we put in the first stitch. The first stitch on the first lap, that's where the buckle was just marked. Hook another ship stitch, which is where we just ended up. In this hole here. Hook a ship stitch. And that's it. Because we're going to disconnect, so we have to hook another ship stitch. Crochet hook a coil. Bring out the loop on the crochet hook. Then we leave a line about 10 inches long. This thread is for stitching. Disconnection. Pull it again to make it look better. These are done. We're gonna hook 2 ears all together. To emphasize, again, the point is after the 3 chain stitch. Be sure to flip the fabric afterwards. Start the ship stitch again. Now let's hook our hands. The first one is to do a magic round. Make a chain stitch after the magic round. Then I hook 6 single crochet hooks. The first single crochet, marking buckle. The second single crochet, third single crochet, fourth single crochet, fifth single crochet, the sixth single crochet, tightening coil. Pull this thread, see which circle is moving. Then pull on the moving coil. Pull the end of the wire when you're done tightening. This will finish winding. Cut the thread. Remove stitch marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The first hook is over. Rounds 2, 3, 6 are the same.
If the hands seem too short, add one more round to round 7.
You start with a chain stitch. Then hook a single crochet into each stitch. Hook a ship stitch at the end of each turn. Each circle is 6 stitches. Now let's start the hook. The first single crochet with a stitch marker. The second single crochet. Third single crochet. Fourth single crochet. Fifth single crochet. The sixth single crochet. When you're done with the hook, pop this front out. Remove stitch marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The second loop is over. Rounds 3 through 6 are the same as rounds 2. We'll hook it up together. Remove the marker after the 6th single crochet. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. That's the end of the 6th loop. The 7th loop is hooked VY, folding the fabric in half. First hook a chain stitch. Then came the crochet hook. Cross the 2 symmetrical stitches at the same time to hook a single crochet. In this case, now, crochet hook, go through the first stitch and the last stitch. Hook the first single crochet. The crochet hook goes through the second stitch and the last stitch. Hook a single crochet. This is the third single crochet. It was supposed to be a circle after the hook. Now it's just one side at a time and it's closing. And that's it. So we hook another ship stitch. The thread left stitched is broken. So one hand is done. We need to hook 2 hands. Now let's hook both feet. This is a hook foot. I fill a cotton after hook. The first one is to do a magic round. Hook another chain stitch. Then I hook 6 single crochet hooks. The first single crochet, marking buckle. The second single crochet, third single crochet, fourth single crochet, fifth single crochet, the sixth single crochet, tightening coil. Cut the thread end. Remove stitch marker. Mark the location of the buckle. Hook a ship stitch to finish the round. Tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The first hook is over. The second loop is to hook a chain stitch. Hook 3 more sets of a single crochet and an increase stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. There are 9 stitches in this round. Now let's hook the first set. A single crochet. Marking buckle. An increase stitch. The first set is followed by 3 stitches. The second set had a single crochet. An increase stitch. The third set had a single crochet. An increase stitch. After hook, you can count if it's 9 stitches. Remove stitch marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The second loop is over. Rounds 3 to 4 are the same. You start with a chain stitch. Then hook a single crochet into each stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. Each circle is 9 stitches. Now we're going to hook the single crochet. After the third single crochet, remove stitch marker. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The third loop is over. Round 4 is the same hook as round 3. We'll hook it up together. Remove the marking clasp after the hook. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The hook is over on the 4th turn. Finally we hook a ship stitch. The thread left stitched is broken. That's 1 foot of the hook. That's what happens after the hook. We add filler cotton. Don't add too much. This is what it looks like when you add the filler. We need to hook 2 legs all together. Now let's crochet 2 wings. The shape of the wings is like this after the hook. It's like a ladder. The pattern of the wings can be seen in the instruction. Here is the detailed pattern. The pattern first looks at the symbol. This solid oval represents the ship stitch. The hollow ellipse represents a chain stitch. A cross represents a single crochet. This one shape represents an increased stitch. To make it easier for you to tell the number of turns, let's use color to help you distinguish. The first circle is this one. The second circle is this one. The third circle is this color. Circle 4 is this color. Circle 5 is this color. There are also written instructions and drawings of the steps. So don't find it hard. We combine these forms of instruction with our tutorial. Just patiently follow one step at a time. Now let's start crocheting. First of all, the first round is to hook 6 chain stitch. Hook 6 chain stitch first. Before we hook the chain stitch, we need to make a slip knot. To hook a chain stitch, a slip knot is a cross of threads. And put this thread through the middle of the round. The crochet hook goes through the round. Pull this thread. Control length. Hold the line with your hand. Pinch the end of this thread, so you can start to hook the chain stitch. Six chain stitch. A chain stitch is a crochet hook wound around the thread. Bring out this coil from the crochet hook. This one is V-shaped. It's a chain stitch. This is the first chain stitch. We add the stitch marker. Second chain stitch. The third chain stitch. The fourth chain stitch. Fifth chain stitch. The sixth chain stitch. Sixth chain stitch. After hook, you can count if it's 6 V-shaped. Then return the second to last chain stitch. Beat the half stitch to hook for single crochet and the ship stitch. Let's take a look at this. This is half of the penultimate chain stitch. A V-shaped is a stitch. This half is half a stitch. We're looking for half of the second to last chain stitch. This is where the hook starts coming and going. If you hook a chain stitch, you pick the half stitch. Now we hook the first single crochet. A crochet hook goes through half of the penultimate chain stitch. Hook the first single crochet, marking buckle. A crochet hook goes through the half of the next chain stitch. Hook the second single crochet. That's for single crochet hooks. This is the fourth single crochet, and then on this spot where the button is marked, hook a ship stitch. Ship stitch is a crochet hook through this half stitch with a coil. Take this coil directly out of the coil on the crochet hook. The last one is a ship stitch. That'll take us through the first loop. That's where the hook ends. This is the shape after the hook. And then we hook the second loop. The second loop is to hook a chain stitch. a chain stitch, flip fabric. Let's hook a ship stitch, a single crochet, and increase stitch, 2 single crochet. Now let's look at it. This one is the chain stitch that we just hooked. This one is the last stitch on the first round. Now that we've flipped the fabric, start the hook down from this one stitch. Flip fabric. First hook a ship stitch. Marking buckle. Now we've hooked this ship stitch. Then hook a single crochet. Then hook an increase stitch. Increase stitches 2 single crochet hooks in the same stitch. Then hook 2 single crochet. Sew these 2 single crochet guys. This is the end of the second loop. That's where we hooked. Now, this is what it looks like after the hook. The third loop is the first 3 chain stitch. The first chain stitch, second chain stitch, the third chain stitch. Returns the start of the penultimate chain stitch. Let's start with 4 single crochet hooks. Single crochet on chain stitch, we pick the half stitch to hook. Now, let's see. This is the penultimate chain stitch. This one is the second to last chain stitch. This is where we're gonna start the hook down. Here's a chain stitch. To chain stitch, hook 2 single crochet pieces over the 2 chain stitch. All that's left is to hook the fabric. We are now returning the penultimate chain stitch. Here, hook the first single crochet. Marking buckle. Returns the second to last third chain stitch. So you go down here and you go down this chain stitch and you pick the half stitch. Hook the second single crochet. And then it's snagged on the fabric. The fabric is hooked straight through the entire stitch. 2 single crochet hooks on the fabric. And increase stitch. Two single crochet. A ship stitch. It's right here on the mark. That's the end of the third loop. Now we hook here. This is what it looks like after the hook. The fourth circle is this color. First hook a chain stitch. Flip the fabric to start to hook. Start with 2 single crochet hooks. First hook a ship stitch. 2 more single crochet hooks. A ship stitch. Marking buckle. Two single crochet. An increase stitch. Five single crochet. And now we're done on the 4th round. Now hook it here. This is what happens after the hook. The 5th turn is the first 3 chain stitch. The first chain stitch, the second chain stitch, the third chain stitch. Returns the second to last chain stitch. First hook a ship stitch. Now here is the penultimate chain stitch. The penultimate chain stitch. We pick the half stitch, here. First hook a ship stitch. Pick the half stitch. We can use a crochet hook like this. This is the last round, so there's no need to add the button. Then hook down. 6 single crochet. On top of the chain stitch is picking the half stitch to hook. Six single crochet. It was the first single crochet. On the fabric we adjust the stitch to hook. The second single crochet. Third single crochet. Fourth single crochet. Fifth single crochet. The sixth single crochet. Then hook and increase stitch. Three more single crochet hooks. Finally hook a ship stitch, which marks the location of the buckle. Hook a ship stitch here. That's the end of the 5th loop. Now we hook up here. That would be the end of it. So we're gonna hook another ship stitch. Disconnection. We keep about 10 inches of wool. It's used for stitching. And then one wing is done. We're gonna hook 2 wings all together. Because the tightness of the stitch will be different when the hook. So the 2 wings will be a little different in size. If it's a different size, we can pull it. Make it as big as possible. That's how you sew it up when you sew it up. Now we hook the tail. The first is to do a magic round. Then hook a chain stitch. Hook for more single crochet. The first single crochet. Marking buckle. The second single crochet. Third single crochet. Fourth single crochet. Tighten the coil after the hook. Cut the wire end. Remove stitch marker. Mark the location of the buckle. Hook a ship stitch to finish the round. Tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The first hook is over. The second loop is to hook a chain stitch. Then hook a single crochet into each stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. Now we hook the first single crochet. Marking buckle. The second single crochet. Third single crochet. Let's just pop this one out front. Hook a fourth single crochet. Remove the marking clasp after the hook. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The second loop is over. The third loop is to hook a chain stitch. Hook 2 more sets, a single crochet and an increased stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. There are 6 stitches in this round. Now let's hook the first set. A single crochet. Marking buckle. And increase stitch. The first set of hooks is over. After the hook, there are 3 stitches. The second set. A single crochet. And increase stitch. Remove the marker after the second set of hooks. Mark the location of the buckle. Hook a ship stitch to finish the round. Tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The third loop is over. The fourth turn is to hook a chain stitch. Then hook a single crochet into each stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. That's 6 stitches in all. Now let's hook the first single crochet. Marking buckle. The second single crochet. Third single crochet. This round is all single crochet. Remove the marking clasp after the hook. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The fourth loop is over. The fifth turn is to hook a chain stitch. Hook 2 more sets of 2 single crochet and 1 increase stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. There are 8 stitches in all. Now let's hook the first set, 2 single crochet. And increase stitch. After the first set of hooks, there are 4 stitches. The second set had 2 single crochet. And increase stitch. Remove the marking clasp after the hook. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. The fifth loop is over. The sixth loop is to hook a chain stitch. Then hook a single crochet into each stitch. Finally hook a ship stitch. There are 8 stitches in all. Hook the first single crochet in place of the marked buckle. Marking buckle. The second single crochet. Third single crochet. This round is all single crochet. Remove the marking clasp after the hook. Hook a ship stitch in place of the marked buckle. To finish the round, tighten the stitches of the ship stitch. Hook another ship stitch. Leave thread to close broken thread. This is the end of the tail hook. Now let's assemble it. Let's stitch out the head and the body first.
Since we've switched to using safety eyes, the center line of the head and eye placement are already set during the crocheting process. So from now on, if any steps mention the head center line, just refer to the one we've already marked, like the example shown in the top right corner. It's the center line you established when attaching the eyes earlier.
The place for the ship stitch is also in the back. This is how to determine the position of the front center line. This is a range. It doesn't have to be a specific line. Just place the shape stitch. Just put it all in the back. Then we find the 14th to 15th round of the head. This line in the middle. Between rounds, we are now bringing this line to this circle of the body. Now we're going to start stitching. Just put everything on the hook where it connects. This is slanted, we can find in the center. Somewhere in the middle here. The top is also in the middle. We'll be the first to sew it up. The symmetrical 4 points are sewn first, 1 stitch each. Let's get the location down. And then we're gonna sew it all over again. So once you've identified the 4 points, we're just gonna sew up the missing spots. See if there are any more gaps. Just another shot. When we're done, we'll find a place to tie a long knot. Tie a knot anywhere. Hide the knot in. Cut the thread. So you're done stitching the head to the body.
Now we'll attach the 2 horns. First, let's position them correctly. Place them on the sides of the head, between rounds 3 and 4, right along the center line we established earlier. Try to keep them nice and symmetrical for the cutest look.
This is where it connects. Usually we put it on the back. Just sew for symmetrical points. Tie a knot on the outside when you're done. Head the knot in. Cut the thread.
Alright, both feet are sewn on now, see? Looking good.
Now we'll sew up both ears. The 2 ears are under the horn. It's between the 6th and 9th circle of the head. This range is in the same plane as the angle. First of all, let's look at this. This is a long piece of wool. This is a short piece of wool. Let's thread the short yarn over to the long yarn first. You can thread the needle first, and then you thread it in. Don't leave this paragraph too long. It's easier to pull the needle. Pull it over and tie the 2 wires together. Tie 2 knots together. When you're done, hide this short yarn in. Because then we just sew with long wool. Cut the thread. Then we sew with long wool. In the corresponding position. Needle in the middle. 2 more stitches, here. It goes in the same hole and out the same hole. Tension wire. Tie a knot on the back to hide the thread. So these are done. Now we'll sew up both hands. First we need to follow the center line of the head. To determine the center line of the body. Then sew the hands on either side of the center line of the body like this, close to the ground. The hand is sewn on the top of the 2 rounds from the 11th to the 12th. The directions are supposed to be separated like this, because it's the only way to stay on the ground. And try to keep both hands on the same plane.
Just a quick heads up. Some customers mentioned the hands could be longer. If you'd like extra length, simply add 1 more round when crocheting the hands. Also, remember, we'll be attaching the legs between rounds 11 and 12 of the body. Here's an important tip to help your dragon sit upright. Take a few extra stitches between the hands and body to pull them snug. This gives better support. Let me show you how this works.
Now we'll close it up when we know where it is. It's slanted like this. The two hands are next to each other. Another stitch in the middle. To keep the hand from sticking up, let's put a stitch under it. Put your hand down. Look at the symmetry of the stitch down here. Just sew a single layer when you sew. You don't have to go through here. After sewing, tie a knot on the back to hide the thread. So we put our hands down. It's gonna keep hanging down. Tie a knot. Hide the knot in. This is the end of the hand. Now we'll sew up 5 feet. The feet are sewn on the outside of the hand. It's between the 4th and 6th circle of the body. Position of 2 feet. After adding 2 feet, make sure that the dragon can sit. And we can add the tail. The tail is the 3rd to 4th turn on the back. Let's find out where we're directly behind. Put the tail on top of the 3rd and 4th rounds. Why do you have to do it with the tail? Because we want to make sure that when we add the feet and the tail, the dragon can sit. This way the feet are in the right position. Your feet should be on either side of your hands. When you're sure, let's sew up the feet. Also sew diagonal seams. First sew 4 points on the diagonal. After sewing to see where the gap is larger, let's get another shot. Tie a knot on the back after sewing. Hide the knot in. In this way, Vav Fatal finished. Now let's sew the tail. We just told you where the tail is. Just find the center line directly behind you. Find it and sew the tail on the top of the third to fourth circle of the body. Here. Also the 4 points of seam symmetry. Make up the gap again after sewing. Finally, tie the knot, hide the thread. Then the tail is finished. Now let's sew 2 wings. The wings are sewn right behind the body. This one right here is the center line. The wings are sewn around the 7th to 10th circle of the body. Within this range, above the 2 wings is the distance between 1 stitch. Below the 2 wings is the distance between the 2 stitches. It's shaped like this. Now let's close up. The wings also have 2 lines. If one is longer and the other shorter, we'll just sew the short to the long. Like this one is shorter. Let's put the short one on this thread in the corresponding position. Thread the long thread here. And tie it with some long wool. Then hide the short yarn in the same hole here. All we have to do is sew with the long wool. Cut the thread. Now we put the needle in the same place. And then make the stitches in the middle here. Because this distance is relatively short, we can get the needle somewhere else. First, just pick a random place around here, and then put to it where we want to fit. Just looking for a place to transition. Find a place to get a needle. We're going through the same hole right here, where we want to go. You can look at it as you saw. The direction of the front two wings is different. Also find a place outside for the transition. Tie a knot on the outside when you're done. We pull the thread tight. Tie a knot. Head the knot in. Cut the thread. Then the wings are sewn.